guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would share a what's for dinner. I've not shared a full dedicated what's for dinner video on my channel in so long. I even made a whole separate channel back in the past just to share these kinds of videos, but I kind of miss making them here on my main channel, and plus it was a lot to keep up with 2 different channels, so I've not uploaded over there in quite some time. So I thought today we would do a good old-fashioned what's for dinner video. I'm the kind of mom, I need easy, convenient meals. I don't like anything that's overly complicated. I'm a homeschool mom as well. I've got 3 kids, so easy meals just makes the most sense for me. And I also want to thank ButcherBox for partnering with me on today's video. With the meals that I make, I always try to keep things easy, but also make meals that feel good, and ButcherBox has really been a big help with that, because with ButcherBox you get high quality protein right to your door. So you get 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, crate-free pork, and wild-caught seafood, and it's all sourced from farmers and partners who meet ButcherBox's rigorous standards. There's no antibiotics, no added hormones, just clean, delicious food, and you can really tell in the flavor and the texture of the meat. And I love how easy it is. You can customize your box, choose exactly what you want. You can skip whenever you need, and shipping is always free, and it just shows up. Everything's neatly packed and you're basically set for the week. And right now ButcherBox has a really great offer going on. When you visit the link in the description, you can use my code kellyskorner20. You'll get not only a free product, but you'll also get an additional $20 off your first box. So just make sure to go through that link in the description. That's the only way to unlock the offer and get the discount and all of that. Thank you so much, ButcherBox, for teaming up with me on today's video. A little mini grocery haul. This is just a few groceries that I picked up for our meals this week. So first up, I got some of this Birria taco seasoning. We're gonna try to make some Birria tacos in the crock pot. I'm really excited about that. I got some salsa, this thing of Lipton onion soup mix, got some heavy cream, lasagna pasta, elbow pasta, got some sour cream, some cheese dip. I got 2 blocks of cream cheese, and I have learned to just get the name brand cream cheese. The Great Value, just, it's not the same, y'all. I've had so much trouble with that brand, so I like to stick to Philadelphia. I got an onion, got 3 Roma tomatoes, a cucumber, got 2 bags of green beans. So my kids, they really don't eat many vegetables, but they will eat green beans, so that's usually my green vegetable choice to go with our meals because that's what they eat. Got some chips, and then got some Parmesan cheese, Colby Jack cheese, got a can of corn, and some russet potatoes. Tonight's dinner, I'm gonna get started a little early because we have piano in just a little bit, and the kids also have pictures after piano. So by the time we get home, it's more than likely gonna be a little after dinner, and I don't wanna have to rush when I get home to get that done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make it. I am gonna make something called chicken alfredo soup. I found this recipe on TikTok. I get a lot of meal ideas on TikTok, and I'll just save them so I can go back to them. But I'll link this down below. It looks really yummy, and I think the kids are gonna like it as well. So it does call for a lot, but I think it's gonna be worth it, and it looks really easy to make. So this is everything you'll need. She used chicken breast. I'm just gonna use some of my ButcherBox chicken tenders. Need a block of cream cheese, some butter. We're gonna use about half of that stick. And for my seasonings, I'm gonna use some garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, Italian seasoning, parsley. We got some flour, chicken broth, minced garlic, onion, heavy cream. Then you'll need some Parmesan and shredded mozzarella. And I forgot the most important ingredient. You're gonna need some lasagna noodles. Really, you can use whatever pasta she said, but she used the lasagna noodles, just broke them up, so that's what I'm gonna do as well. So I just removed all the little white strips from my chicken tenders, and I'm going to season these with onion powder and garlic powder, salt and pepper, and then a little bit of paprika. I can't remember what she seasoned hers with. This is just what I want to use. This salt and pepper grinder set I found at Aldi recently, and I love it. It is so easy. I have like a manual pepper grinder and then just a regular salt shaker, but these are so much easier when you're cooking, and they've got an LED light on them so I can see exactly how much pepper and salt I'm actually dropping onto my food. But I see these come and go a lot at Aldi, so if you're looking for a set, just keep your eyes peeled. To my pot, I'm going to add the onion, some minced garlic, and then a half a stick of butter. Just let that cook for a couple of minutes, but we're going to go ahead and add in 1/4 cup of flour. Let that flour taste cook out. This is where we're going to add in, she did 5 cups of chicken broth. This is 4 in this container, so I'm just going to use that. Then I think she did 3 cups of heavy cream. I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to pour with love. Maybe that. And then a block of cream cheese. I've just been standing here whisking this until that cream cheese is all smooth and melted. So now the next step is to add in some more seasoning. So I've got some parsley, Italian seasoning, and oregano. She used fresh parsley and oregano. I'm just going to use this. So I'm just going to take my lasagna noodles like she did and break them up. So this is the sourdough bread that I like to get from Aldi. So I'm gonna make some garlic bread really quick. I'm just putting some butter, garlic powder, some cheese on top, and we're gonna pop this under the broiler for a couple of minutes. And then coming back over to the soup, I cut my chicken tenders up. I'm gonna add those back into the pot. I'm gonna add in the Parmesan and mozzarella, and dinner will be ready. This was a really, really yummy soup. Even though it calls for a pretty good bit of ingredients, it was actually really easy to make, and it came together really fast. I know I'm always looking for different kinds of soups I can make in the winter. I get tired of the same old, and this one was a big hit. So this recipe is a 10 out of 10. I just sat here and ate pretty much this whole plate. We're about to head out the door to P&O. I'm really glad that I went ahead and done this so we have dinner ready when we get home. I already got my kitchen cleaned up, so we are all good to go. But I will see y'all tomorrow for meal number 2. So on the menu tonight, we're gonna do some baby back ribs in the crock pot. We've got a day of appointments and we're gonna be gone the majority of the day. So I need an easy crock pot dinner. And anytime I cook ribs, I normally do them in the crock pot. So we're gonna set those on low for about 6 to 8 hours. And then when we get home later, I'll pop them in the oven for a little bit with some barbecue sauce. I think to go on the side, we're gonna do some just simple pasta salad, and I think that's all we'll need because we're gonna have the pasta, and then I'm gonna add some tomato and cucumber. So there's our veggies, but that is what is on the menu for tonight. So I'm just gonna season these with salt and pepper, some onion powder and garlic powder, and a little bit of paprika, and then like I said, later we'll put barbecue sauce. Letting my pasta cool. I didn't want to put my veggies, like my cold veggies, into hot pasta, so I've been letting that cool, and I think it's cool enough now. So we're about to add everything in, but I have cut up 2 Roma tomatoes and a cucumber, and I should have cut my cucumber a little bit smaller, like in fourths. That way they're a little more bite size friendly, but it's okay. And I guess this is gonna kind of be like a fridge clean out pasta salad because I've got a little bit of freshly grated Parmesan I'm gonna add in. I need to go ahead and use that, so we're just gonna add it into the pasta salad. And then I also cut up 2 string cheeses into little bite-sized pieces, like the little mozzarella pearls that you buy. I'm just gonna finish this bottle of dressing. It's Newman's Own oil and vinegar, and then of course salt and pepper. So that's basically all I'm gonna do to this pasta salad. It's so good. Hairnets, you get them from Walmart for like $1 and something. You get a bunch in the pack too, but they make the best bowl covers. So we're about to stick this in the fridge and let it marinate for a while. Ribs are in the crock pot, got the dishwasher running. Pasta salad is in the fridge, and we are about to head to our appointment. So our ribs have been cooking on low for about 7 hours. So what I'm gonna do is transfer them to this pan and then put some barbecue sauce on top. I have this, this is just a couple of random bottles that I pulled out of my fridge. This one is the Smash Kitchen American style barbecue sauce, and then we have some Kinder's Original. So I'm gonna put barbecue sauce on about half of the slab because one of my kids doesn't like barbecue sauce. Coke Zero and lime has been my favorite lately. A lot of people do it with Diet Coke, but I'm not a Diet Coke fan. I would much rather have Coke Zero. But I am about to get started on dinner. Tonight we're doing birria tacos. So I've got this bottom round roast from our butcher box, and I'm gonna be putting this in my pressure cooker. It's gonna cook for about an hour. Roast, we're gonna sprinkle this Birria seasoning on top and then pour some beef broth on, and it's gonna cook for about an hour. So that's the plan. This is our mac and cheese from lunch today. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Just go ahead and do the whole carton. All right, now. I think ChatGPT said 55 minutes. Let's just do 55. Make sure we are sealed and start.
I gotta take a picture.
So in my rice, y'all, I'm about to put a little bit of this chicken bouillon powder seasoning, and it just gives it a little bit more flavor. We're just gonna put some of this cilantro lime seasoning, then I'm gonna put my lid on and let it simmer. All right, let's place the lid on. Moment of truth. I just cooked this for an additional hour, so we're at 3 hours total now. I just released the pressure and I am really hoping that it's tender enough this time. Yeah, okay. Gosh, this looks so good. All right, let's make a taco. So obviously these are not like true authentic Birria tacos. This is just me doing my own thing with a packet of Birria taco seasoning, but I'm pretty sure with authentic Birria tacos they use corn tortillas, and I'm not even really sure what kind of meat they use, but overall these are really good. So on to the next night. It was a no cook night for me, so we picked up Popeyes. I just got the meal deal. It was the cheapest, best option. I got a whole bunch of chicken tenders, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, biscuits, and fries, and this actually fed us for a couple of days. But moving on to the next meal, I'm gonna make a shepherd's pie, and my kids will not eat shepherd's pie if I put veggies in it, so I'm gonna do the meat with the mashed potatoes and make some green beans on the side. I had planned to use Lipton onion soup mix in my ground beef, and I totally did not think about adding that as it's cooking so it could cook in there and absorb all of that flavor. So I'll be adding that after I get the ground beef all browned through. But for my mashed potatoes, I am going to make these homemade, and I've kind of learned with making homemade mashed potatoes not to overmix them. I have made the mistake before in the past of overmixing my mashed potatoes, and they kind of come out like a glue consistency. Y'all, this was a night I was feeling so tired, so overstimulated. Kids were running wild. It was just a couple of days before Thanksgiving, so I was trying to get prepared for that as well. Just know if you have nights like that, you are not alone, but that is why I'm voicing this over, because I was just trying to get dinner done, get these kids fed and settled. If I do canned green beans, I really don't have to do this, but if I'm doing the fresh ones like I have here tonight, I have to add some kind of beef bouillon or chicken bouillon to them to get my kids to eat them. That's the only way they will eat fresh green beans. So I just sprinkled some of that in with some water, and we're gonna let those simmer for a little bit. But to my mashed potatoes, I'm adding in some butter, sour cream. Sometimes I do mayonnaise as well, but you can do either or, mayonnaise or sour cream. We're gonna add in some onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper, and then just mix these enough to where they're mashed up, but we're not going to overmix and turn them into glue like I have done before in the past. I also forgot we're going to add some milk. I'm just going to layer this into a casserole dish, meat on bottom and then mashed potatoes on top, and then I'm going to sprinkle it with some Colby Jack cheese, pop it in the oven for a little bit on 350. I think I did like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or so. Everything's already warm, you just really want to melt the cheese on top. Also sprinkled a little bit of parsley for some color, but this was another easy dinner. If you wanted to make this easier, you could just do instant mashed potatoes or even pick up the Bob Evans mashed potatoes. I was tempted to do that, but I decided just to do my russet potatoes. But my kids pretty much devoured this entire dish. That is pretty much going to be it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more of these. I don't mind sprinkling them in every now and then here on my channel. Kind of do miss making them, but I hope y'all have a great day. Remember to leave a butterfly emoji down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.